What's going on, guys? It's Frank with Frankie Frank's Hot Dog Cart. Today I'm going to take you through a full setup of my hot dog cart. It is August 17th. It's a gorgeous day out. You can tell already it's going to be nice. It's always such a good feeling when you wake up and you see the sun. You know it's not going to be too hot. It's perfect. I love this. So I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to kind of just walk you guys through what my setup process is, how this all works. First things first, I undo the cart. I might actually talk. Screw it. I'll probably talk a lot, to be honest. Always chock the wheel. Luckily, when you have the chains on there, you can do that pretty easily. I got these fly traps, and these things help out a lot. Kind of set them off to the side. They're a little stinky. Kind of smell like fish if you guys have ever seen one of these. But yeah, we're going to set these off to the side. Hopefully keep the flies at bay. These things are great. I think I got them for like $10 each at like Walmart. They definitely help out, but like I said, they do tend to stink a little bit. All right. I figured out the perfect pack out system for my truck here. It works great. The way I have it set up, I'm able to fit my two big coolers, well, medium-sized coolers. These ones are just nice, they're easily manageable. One of them's got water, one of them has sodas. Got my entire bucket of steam table trays. Got my waste bucket for later on. My 3-gallon water jug. I always use filtered water, heavily filtered water. It just helps with the cook quality of the hot dogs. I noticed that if you use just regular tap water, even if it has a filter on it, the problem is it's like a hard water, and it actually is one of the leading reasons that your hot dogs will kind of turn gray as they sit in that water. And then you have some pretty gross looking hot dogs. So I always use filtered water. Cool thing about these carts is you have some storage, on board. You can store a couple of things in here. I got my hot dog tray. I got my 3 deep pans. Got my bread pan. My sanitizer, lighters, thermometers, hand sanitizer, all that. So I have a routine when I set up, but at the same time, I'm a little all over the place. So I start out with these tables. These are kind of like first things first. Let's get at least one of these set up. And then we're going to move on to getting the table set up so we can get that water boiling as soon as possible and be ready in time to serve. So right now it's around 10:30. I have until 11 o'clock to be set up. It's not really a hard time today. I'm kind of I'm at the pool in my neighborhood today. My birthday is tomorrow, so I decided to reach out to the pool and say, hey, you guys have a food truck today? And they didn't. The food truck that they had booked stopped responding to them, which this is one of my biggest pet peeves in this industry. whether it's hot dog cart or food truck, these guys will commit to an event. You know, they give you your word that they'll be out at your event. They'll be out at your pool. They'll be, you know, wherever it may be. And then they always end up seeming to cancel, and it's always for the same reason. It's always, oh, the truck broke down. Our generator stopped working. Yeah, the excuses are typically always the same. And truth of the matter is that they just got a better event. They got a better gig, you know, presented to them, and they started regretting taking your gig, so they cancel on you. And a lot of them don't have the, excuse my language, but they don't have the balls to tell you that. So they go with the same old sorry excuse that the truck broke down. So when I started, I told myself that I will never, ever cancel on someone. If I give you my word that I will be there, I will never cancel on you because I got a better event or another opportunity. I don't care what it is. About a month ago, I had an opportunity this was in the first month and a half of being in business. I had an opportunity to do a 800-person event for Apple computers. I don't know why I said Apple computers. Everyone knows who Apple is. Had an opportunity to do an 800-person event for Apple. They're opening a new headquarters right here in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I was asked to come out and feed the people. Like I said, 800 people, and it's Apple. So you know they got money to spend. And unfortunately, what's going on, man? How you doing? Unfortunately, I was already booked that day. So I was booked for a much smaller event, and I would have certainly preferred doing the Apple event. I mean, can you imagine? You're open for, I was open for, like I said, about a month and a half at that point, and I got asked to do an event for Apple, and I had to turn it down because I was already booked. So, and I told myself that I would never cancel on someone because I had a better event. That's just, I think that's just good business. So, anyway, in this box here, I've got my bags, my to-go bags, but it doubles as my box for all my drink options. So I've got, typically these are the ones I carry at all times. Every once in a while I'll bring in something different. But I got Yoo-Hoo, Sunkist Grape, Sunkist Orange, Sprite, Diet Coke, regular Coke, Fresca, which is actually really popular, Prime Ice Pop, and bottled water. This box here, my to-go bags goes right under there. I also have straws in there. That kind of gets set up like that. Got this really cool garbage can, which people are usually shocked that I actually have a trash can out here, and I don't just rely on other people's garbage cans. So underneath, I keep my bags. I just keep my bags, some extra foil, some extra gloves. Doesn't get too hot under there, which is good. I love this garbage can. It's collapsible. You know, they use it for a lot of like the events and stuff like that. So it's easy to take around. And like I said, it's just nice to provide my own garbage can where I'm not having to use the clients or anything like that. So that's all set up. Now we'll come over here. Usually I set up my tent. I have a pop-up 10 by 10 gazebo. I don't think I'm gonna need it today. I'm kind of under some trees, so it's not gonna get too hot out here. That's a good thing. So now we'll start setting up the steam table. This little container over here off to the side, because this is where I do my condiments. That was the sanitizer and stuff I was talking about earlier. That's going to go there. Always promoting your Google reviews. What's up, man? How you doing? Good. Now we start topping off, filling up our pans. I'm here.
How long are you going to stay?
I'll be here till around 3.
Don't get too hot.
I'm gonna try. I know, I heard it's gonna be pretty warm today. We'll see.
A lot of my family's coming, which they are right there. They just stopped at Chick-fil-A, but I told them maybe we have to cut a hot dog.
Oh yeah, there's always room for a hot dog. So I typically, when I fill my, my 6-inch pan, put a 4 into it, I always like to make sure that the water is like just high enough where you can kind of press it out of the top. Throw a glove on. Only thing about this location that is a little difficult is the fly situation. There's typically a lot of flies out here, and that can get a little frustrating. We're going to start out with our sauerkraut. Let's get some of that cooking. Well, not quite yet, but we'll at least get it ready to go. The idea to keep some of the flies away is you always want to just reseal your containers, set them off to the side, and grab some towels. I go through about 6 towels per day. They're all allocated. They have a special purpose. I'll be ready in probably about 30 minutes or so. Sounds good. I have all beef soubrette hot dogs, all kinds of toppings, chili, onion sauce, sauerkraut, coleslaw, relish, raw onion. Yeah, so we could do, the Carolina style or New York City style. So, sounds good. What was that? I know. I've had a couple people ask about them. That would mean I'd have to carry a whole different bun. I'd have to carry the pickles. I'd have to carry that nuclear green relish. Yeah. See you guys. One of the biggest things is trying to control customers' expectations. Customers always like to ask, why don't you have this? Well, I don't have that because I don't sell that. Because that's not the style of cart I am. And it's always hard to tell a customer that you don't carry something. But 9 times out of 10, they understand. Yeah, I just personally would never go to a pizza spot and ask why they don't have pancakes. But to each their own. That didn't make any sense. I'm probably gonna cut a lot of this audio out because, so here you got the onion sauce. This stuff, it's an acquired taste to a lot of people. People are a little nervous about it at first, but if you've ever been to New York City, you know all about the onion sauce. So that's that. We're good with that, good with that. Let's go ahead and get some dividers in. Let's get our chili. Gas turned on. Because we are about to light this up. One thing that is always nice is when you can kind of work at your own pace. Like I said, I don't necessarily have a hard time for today. It's really just whenever I get set up. I usually go about halfway in a 6-inch pan for my hot dogs. Let's grab a lighter. This is the part you always want to be careful with. If you ever squeeze a little bit too much, you will turn this into a fireball. So, I can't show you this part because this is my secret water seasoning. So sorry, you're going to have to bear with me while I get my water ready to go. Something else I highly recommend is always having an extra set of utensils. You want to have an extra set of tongs. You want to have an extra set of just about everything. You never know. You might drop something on the floor. And although I have a sink on board with soap and sanitizer, I'd rather just replace it. If you notice, I haven't touched any food with my hands, so I wear the glove just for the look of it. I'm really not necessarily touching anything. Let's get our condiments out. I forgot to refill my ketchup, so I'm hoping I have enough there. Alright, chili. I start off with 1.5 little quarts of chili. Chili has been one of the most popular toppings, and it takes the longest to cook. So I always like to make sure I have a good amount of that ready to go. So now the cart is hot. We're heating up. We'll just throw lids on. Close this lid up. And now we wait. That will all heat up nicely. I typically will take my empty containers and throw them back into the center cooler. Again, just trying to minimize the amount of bugs that I'm attracting, because the flies, they smell this stuff from a mile away. And it can get a little frustrating. But and today, since we are doing a pool, so there's going to be a lot of kids, we always bring our cotton candy. Only downside with the cotton candy is that it attracts bugs. What's going on, guys? So we'll throw the cotton candy in there, a few of them. Keep the remainder down there. I always keep like an empty box there for trash. Castro set up. Tip jar, my lucky number has always been 7. I don't know why, but when I start out with $7 in there, it has worked out the best for me. Let's close this all over. This thing here is a total game changer for me. It's this little Shark, rechargeable, battery operated, plus you can run power to it, fan. And this thing works great for a couple of reasons. One, it just keeps the air moving a little bit, which helps keeping the bugs away, like I mentioned. But as well as that, provides a nice little breeze for me. So like I said, tomorrow is my birthday. So today I wanted to come out here and set up. And that's the cool thing. This has been, since I started, this has been some of the most challenging work in terms of just figuring it all out. Yeah, figuring it all out and the logistics of things and ordering and it's been labor intensive. I cannot lie about that. It's been tough. It takes a toll on your body. That's for sure. Fly traps are working well. Yeah, I think we are just about fully set up. I keep my bread tin right up on top. Add a little bit of water to the bottom of it. Kind of steams the buns a little bit. But I don't put it up there until I'm fully heated. Otherwise it will actually heat up too much and start toasting my buns. Sodas. Good to go. That's there. And that's it, guys. That was a full walkthrough of how I set up my cart. Let me give you guys a quick walk around so you can kind of see it from the customer's perspective. That's always most important for me, and it should be for you too if you're getting into this business. Customer perspective is really all that matters. So when you walk up to my stand, there you go. That's what you see. I mean, and that's a pretty good looking setup. So you come up, you get your full menu here. Full menu, all the options. I added all the QR codes for Venmo and Cash App. I use them fairly often, but the Square Reader honestly is fantastic. So yeah, you come up, nice branding there. Always make sure they see that 100 sanitation score. Got all your chip options, soda and drink options. You would place your order right here, and within a couple of minutes I'll hand you your dog right here, get you all checked out, grab your chips out of the box. I'm like full service, so I don't make you grab your own drink, I don't make you grab your own chips, that's all on me. But yeah, that's my entire setup. Figured you guys would want to see that. How are you? Good. So that's the whole setup. Drop a comment. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what you think of the setup. I think it's clean. I think it's got a good look to it. I really like how it looks. Yeah. So that was a full setup in under 30 minutes. Not bad. And I was moving slow today. So when I really push myself, I can get the whole thing set up in about 18 minutes. 19 minutes is like really, balls to the wall pushing myself. But yeah, there's my setup. Frankie Frank's. Check out our website. It's Frank's with 2 K's. .com. And there's the social media handles. I'll record a little bit more from today. See you guys.